Right. Welcome to my Let's Play of Syberia 3. This is going to be a blind Let's Play. I only just bought the game. So I have no idea what I'm getting into. I didn't even watch any of the full trailers or anything because I don't like spoilers. The game said it was better to play it with a controller, but I don't have a controller at the moment, plus I kind of suck at using them in general, so I don't. We'll see how far I get with the mouse and keyboard. If it gets really annoying, I'll probably just attach my controller, but let's hope it's not necessary. I'm going to play on difficult mode adventure. There's apparently a voyage for the story and additional clues and reminders for adventure. See how that goes. Subtitles on as usual. Texts, languages in English. Manual inventory. I don't really know what they mean by see the interaction zones for the objects in it. No idea. We'll see, I guess. But we won't. Audio. Going to maybe turn it down a little bit. It's quite loud. This seems fine. Controls. I don't have any. Confirm. So moving, we'll be using the mouse, keyboard. Camera angles is mouse. Selecting shift, accelerate, and Kate's thoughts. No idea what that means. Inventory. Journal. Pause. Display the current objective. I don't know. The menu looks nice enough, I guess. It's one of those things where they have the moving menus. But it's not too distracting in this case. I think some birds flying. Looks cool. I don't know if the shading will be like this for the entire game. I don't know if it's my graphics card or if this was what they were going for, but it looks very dark on my monitor. The contrast is extreme. So I'll have to see in game whether that improves. I have set my graphics to beautiful. So there was fast, good, or beautiful. It defaulted to beautiful, so I left it on that. And hopefully we have no crashes or anything. Fingers crossed. Let's get started. Now see, that's annoying because I already picked that. So I don't see why I need to confirm that again. How do I? Yeah.
So long loading screen?
I read. Okay. Let's switch.
3 months ago, nomads found her dying in northern Siberia. Walker, Kate Walker, born in New York in the United States. She had an American passport on her. She showed up at the clinic last week. She's recovering. She's fine.
You're certain, Olga Efimova? You have to keep her there until we arrive.
I will do what it takes. You can count on me, Colonel.
I'm still not doing anything. But that's alright, it's just the beginning.
Oh, my head.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Well, that's, creepy.
You can talk to me, Kate Walker. You have nothing to fear from me.
Okay, so I have to,
Is everything all right, Kate Walker?
Hello?
My name is Kirk, Kate Walker. Kirk of the Yukol tribe. Do you remember the Yukols?
Where are we? My memory's all mixed up. There was a terrible blizzard with snow and ice, and then nothing.
We are in the clinic of Dr. Zamyatin, in the town of Velsombor.
How did I end up here?
We Yukols migrate with our snow ostriches to the sacred lands. It's a long journey. A very special journey. 1 month ago, we found you dying on a riverbank there in the north. We took you in and our shaman cared for you. Afterwards, we continued our journey. And today, we are both here to finish getting better.
yes, he's got only one leg. Why are you in hospital? Well,
Don't you have anything to say?
yes, I do. Shush.
You lost a leg.
It was an accident, you know. Some people don't like nomads like us. But don't worry about me. Dr. Zamyatin asked a master craftsman from Velsombor to make me a new leg, and he's going to put it on me when it's ready. It will be like a brand new leg.
Why are you tied to that bed?
That was the decision of Madame Olga, Dr. Zamyatin's assistant. She says I'm too restless, and it's the only way to make sure I get better. Apparently, it's going to take a long time to make my artificial leg. And in the meantime, my people are without a guide and are waiting for me, with the herd, so we can continue.
That migration thing is new. They never mentioned that in any of the previous games, so I guess that was invented for this one.
Why do the Yukols make the journey?
My people live in symbiosis with the great snow ostriches, Kate Walker. Their wool protects us from the cold, their excrement feeds our crops, and their meat feeds us. They are also our mounts and beasts of burden, so we must follow them wherever they go.
And do they migrate because of the weather?
No, Kate Walker. They go to the sacred lands to reproduce. It is an event that only occurs a few times per century. For the Yukols, it is rare to be able to boast of having participated in more than 3 migrations during one's lifetime.
Right, this is a bit confusing.
If you don't mind my asking, about your leg, what exactly happened to you?
Soldiers bombed the route we were taking with our caravan. For no reason. Just to frighten us and force us to turn back. I was a bit too close to the explosion. A piece of rock. That's it.
You mean the authorities did it on purpose? But why?
They think that the snow ostrich migration has no place in today's world, and that my tribe should settle down once and for all. But we will never do that, Kate Walker. That would mean defying the spirits. And the Yukols fear the spirits far more than the soldiers.
Okay.
The Yugels I've met didn't speak my language anywhere near as well as you. I'm very impressed.
From time to time, missionaries and merchants came through our village. I learned very quickly, Kate Walker. It's important if I am to guide my people.
I don't mean to be rude, Kirk, but aren't you a bit young for that?
The spirits do not take age into account when they choose a chief for the Yukols. And the spirits are very wise. They do not make mistakes when they choose the one who will guide our people on the sacred migration.
Well, Kirk, I'm delighted to have made your acquaintance. I guess I have to go tell the staff that I'm awake, I feel fine, and I have no intention of hanging around here.
Of course, Kate Walker. I'm sure someone will be in the yard. Maybe even Madame Olga.
Alrighty, so that was our introduction. Just a few thoughts on... Ooh, what was that? That's weird. Okay, so... the opening sequence, I was expecting the graphics to be a tad better. They're not awful. I was just expecting a bit more, I guess. Also, those snow ostriches. I'm a bit confused at the moment because I don't know if this is meant to be a direct sequel to the first and the second game. Considering they're using Kate Walker and she's found somewhere in the wild, which would make sense with how the previous games end. But then they changed so much already right from the start that doesn't make sense. You know, the fact that they apparently migrate, they speak English perfectly, they have snow ostriches instead of mammoths that they are living in symbiosis with, and apparently the government bombs them for it. I guess it almost sounds like an entirely different game, and in that case I wish they would have just went with, I don't know, Siberia the Next Generation and used a different protagonist if they wanted to tell a completely different story suddenly, instead of pretending it was a sequel. We'll see how this all gets tied in with the previous games, I suppose. Maybe they have an explanation that I can accept. Another thing I am a bit annoyed by is... oh, okay, that's talking, I guess. Okay, so I can talk to that person, that's what it is. Is the moving around? I kind of appreciate that I went for a 3D environment, but the camera is static. I have no way of changing it. The only thing the mouse does is this. So I'm still just looking at a room, and it's a bit annoying to move around in. Like, I couldn't see that I couldn't walk here because that chair's in the way. So maybe they should have just stuck either with a 2D image or going for proper having the camera at the back of the person at all times, third person view, just so you can see where you're walking. But maybe I'll get used to it. That's just my first thoughts on the game. Also, considering the graphics, I saw a Yuki who looked really cute, like a white, dumb-looking teddy bear in the previous games, and it looked a bit creepy. The people, the Yukol as well, kind of looked a tad creepy. But again, maybe I'll get used to it. We'll see. We'll also see how the story ties in or doesn't tie in. If it is a direct sequel, we'll see. Curious at the moment.
What? Hello? Is anybody there?
I don't think anybody heard you, Kate Walker. Try using the call button that's located next to the door.
There's also the voices. In the previous games, the voices were pretty well done. Like, dialogue was enjoyable. It was enjoyable to listen to several of the people. I'm thinking of Professor Ponce's lecture in the university, for example, which, even though it was a long exposition, it was enjoyable to listen to because of the voice actors. It seems like they went with... I don't know what they did, but it sounds like computerized voices. It sounds like the voice actors said some random words and then they collated into a dialogue, so that I assume they didn't have to record quite as much dialogue, and they just, you know, the way any computer-generated voicemail and things like that work. That's what it sounds like at the moment. I don't know if that's because of the processing they used or because it is actually because they used that system. I'll have to listen a bit more further in the game. Okay.
Nothing. It doesn't work, Kirk.
I think I saw some of the staff using it the other day. Take a good look at the mechanism, Kate Walker. Maybe you can find a way to get it working again.
Alright. Oh, I can like look around it. That's kind of interesting. I like that. Let's have a look at the manual.
This diagram shows how to turn the call button on, but I can't do anything until I can get at the internal mechanism.
Search the room. I'm sure you'll be able to find something you can use to open it up with.
It seems like the dialogue is actually properly voiced. I don't know, it sounds a bit metallic. I have no idea what's wrong with it. That looks alright to eat.
That should do the trick quite nicely. Now try to use it to see if you can repair the call button.
Yes, Mr. Tutorial. I get it. Like this, I suppose. What is this? Souvenir of Oscar. Oh, that's what it is. I was wondering what that was around her neck. So it is a direct sequel, I assume. But then I don't really understand why they went with ostriches that were never in the base game at all. It's a bit odd. Wait. Oh, I'm just looking at it. How can I use it? I have no idea. Knife? Enter? No. I know it's a knife. Double click.
This knife should make a perfect screwdriver or lever.
Yeah, I realize that, but how do I do that? Am I doing something wrong? Let me just check the controls again. Objects inventory. Display the current objective. Camera select interactions. I don't know. No, don't quit. No. Back. Oh. Pressing the wrong buttons all over. Oh, okay. So, it's as simple as that. So you just select what you want from the menu, and then you go on, like you put your mouse pointer on the thing you want to use it on. It's really simple. Alright. How does that work? I am just trying to... I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
Okay.
Let's see if I
Twirling
can
with my
repair the
mouse.
mechanism.
If you're not sure, maybe the diagram you saw earlier might help.
Yes, yes, Mr. Back. Check. Really, it's just. Okay.
That's strange. The wire seems to have been disconnected on purpose.
Oh, how dare they? Okay. Ugh. Alright. So I'm still getting used to the controls, so you have to like move, like click with your mouse and then drag it around to move. So dragging mouse up and down. So now it should work, hopefully.
Finally. Right, now I just have to find a supervisor.
Well done, Kate Walker. I'm going to have a bit of a rest now. Please try to come back and say goodbye to me before you go.
Right, this looks interesting. Quite beautiful. What does that mean? Can I record it?
Wow.
That means I can have a look around the room with a flying camera. Cool. It's got actual fish in the little pond. I quite like that. To be honest, at the moment I've got a feeling the atmosphere is almost as if a zombie outbreak can happen at any time. I don't feel like I'm in any sort of safe environment. I don't know if that's what they were going for. We'll see, I guess. But yeah. Ugh, I can stop this now. Apparently it keeps going. But yeah, I am expecting you know, someone to cough on me and then turn into a zombie and attack me and eat my brains or something.
Go hold your head under the ice water in the fountain, Nikita. That'll clear up your damn headaches.
Not this time. This isn't a normal headache.
Kate being
It's like
creepy.
a pile of rusty nails rattling in my
Maybe
skull.
Kate is the zombie.
Well, that's you settled then.
Burp, burp.
Did you
She
speak to
kinda
Madame
walks
Olga or
like
Dr.
one.
Mongoline?
No. Because maybe they're the ones sticking the damn nails in my head while I'm asleep. Nail after nail through the nostrils. It's just like I told you.
The only thing the doctors want is for us to get better. We'll go see the birds in the aviary later. It helps calm you down. It's even recommended when you have nails in your head.
Nails in your head.
It burns. It still burns, even after all these years.
Okay, that's sorry to hear that. Alright, so that is Uncanny Valley. She needs to move her head a little bit or something. At the moment, it looks like either she had severe trauma and her neck has got a steel pin in it, or she's a zombie. She might be. Burp, burp. I mean, I appreciate what they've done. Like, it does look pretty. It just because the rest of it, it looks kind of nice. It makes the stiff walk looks even more jarring, I guess. Especially if you think back on how in the first games the movement was fairly natural. The motion capture was pretty well done. No, this is a doctor, I assume?
So you're finally awake. Has Dr. Olga been informed?
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Or I'll look at you.
Dr. Mongoling's office is just there. The door right next to the mirror.
Okay, maybe this was a bit too close. Hello? 12 bytes. Okay. Okay, see you. I'm ashamed that there was no one there. It's a shame there was no one there. Okay. Yep. Okay. Bye. See you. Bye. Alright. Stiff Miss Kate. I have to go to the door next to the mirror. The mirror. So there's only one mirror here. Is this the mirror? Is this a mirror? I don't know, because I don't know what's behind me. I can't see what's behind me. But I don't see the pond in there, so it's not a mirror? Shift, was that running? Yeah, it was. What a depressing place. Oh. Oh, mechanical birds, they're not even real. This is even more depressing.
Automaton birds?
Yeah.
Automaton birds?
Yes. Everything automaton, even though Hans has never been here, I assume. Then again, the Vorarlberg factory was famous all over the world, so maybe they sold them some birds back in the day. Cleaning supplies. Don't need a broom, no. Wait, is that a man with half a face there? Oh, he's just lying back. I saw only half a face. Navigation is still a bit difficult considering the camera angles. I have to... it's got that whole sideways, backwards, walking towards myself thing. Takes some getting used to, but I will. Everybody here looks like they've got some really bad infectious disease. Do I really want to walk amongst them? I don't know.
Hello.
Now you're a zombie.
And who might you be, miss?
Not a zombie.
Yeah. Who are we speaking to?
My name is Kate. Kate Walker.
Kate. Kate Walker. That doesn't sound too local.
Yeah. So how did you get here, Kate? Kate Walker?
The Yukos brought me here.
The Yukos. They're nothing but chicken thieves. A whole bunch of scumbag morons doing nothing but infesting the streets of Valsambor.
Yeah. Now they've come here to do their dirty work.
You mean Kirk, I suppose.
For 20 years we've been in this clinic. Since we got back from Baranor. Listen, this place has always actually been a quality establishment. I don't mind admitting. So we were pretty disappointed when we heard that Madame Olga is now letting in those degenerate scumbags from up north.
Come on, Anton, come on. Madame Olga knows very well what she's doing. She must have her reasons for letting those midgets in here.
Alright, this doesn't look like a quality establishment. They'd at least be able to paint the walls.
So have you really been here for 20 years?
Yeah. At first, we were kept for observation with some of our buddies after that damn mission to, Baranur.
Leon and me, we're almost the last ones still here now. We don't know what happened to the others. Gotta say, some of them were pretty bad. Worse than us. Some guys who got it pretty bad.
Fortunately, Madame Olga looks after us right. They look after us nicely here.
Yeah. She looks after us good. She's a real lady, if you want my opinion.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks. What is Baranur?
Baranur? What's Baranur?
A place. It's a goddamn hellhole.
What are you talking about, Anton?
That's all I have to say about it, Kate. Kate Walker. Can't stir up the past.
Fair enough.
Can you tell me where the exit is, please?
It's there. But you won't be able to leave until you've had a meeting with Dr. Mongo Ling in his office.
Yeah, he's the one who knows if you're cured or not.
I'll be leaving you then, gentlemen. Goodbye.
See you around, Kate. Kate Walker.
Yeah. See you around.
I feel pretty cured. Also, just to clarify, when I said I didn't really, I thought the graphics would be better, I meant the ones in the cutscene. I think the in-game ones are fine. Obviously, I don't really like the animation. But the graphics look nice in-game. It's the cutscene one I expect it to be nicer. Generally, cutscene graphics tend to be nicer than in-game ones. And maybe it's just the style I don't like. I'm not sure yet. I did think the hairs of the ostriches were a bit plasticky, thick looking, like pasta instead of hair. Maybe I'm just being a bit picky. But alright. But in-game, I think it looks alright. I'm not too picky about graphics in general, as long as the game is nice. Which is probably why I would have preferred maybe slightly beautiful, less nice graphics and better animation, because that is actually a bit weird to me. For me, it brings down the game a bit more than having slightly shoddy graphics. Alright. I also notice there's constantly music in the background now, whereas in the originals there was only music in certain points. Anyways. I'm not sure I want to go talk to Dr. Mengele. Mangoling.
Dr. Mangling.
Yeah, that sounds far too much like Mengele.
Ah, you're finally awake, number 10. What can I do for you?
Well, it seems to me that I'm cured. And now I'd like to be on my way.
Given your condition, that would seem somewhat premature and perhaps even unreasonable, number 10.
Yeah, my condition? What's wrong with
I'm
me?
beginning to...
What do you mean, my condition?
You're in a coma for quite some time. That's not negligible. And even if you seem better physically, there may well be serious psychological after effects.
So you're refusing to let me leave?
Oh, no, of course not, miss. I have no intention of abusing any of the prerogatives of my position. Nonetheless, first you must submit to a series of tests that are designed to demonstrate that you have fully recovered. You understand. Please, sit down.
On that?
Yes, yes, don't be afraid.
On the torture chair? It's a fucking torture chair.
Don't worry about these restraints. Merely a simple formality that's part of the protocol that Dr. Olga, our supervisor, has implemented. Right. I do believe that we can begin. Now, be so kind as to state your first and last names, age, and place of birth, please.
All right.
My name is Kate Walker. I was born in New York, and I'll be 30 this year.
Good, miss. Up until now, my device would seem to corroborate what you say.
You're using a lie detector?
It's procedure. Please stop worrying and talk to me instead of your friends and family. Are you on good terms with them?
I don't see a
is
reason
not-
to lie.
I cut off with them. I haven't had any news from my mother for weeks. And Dan, my fiancé, left me for my best friend Olivia.
You seem to be basking in this chaos and anarchy, Miss Walker. Is this inclination for disorder connected to this Hans Vorarlberg and Oscar? You spoke about them at length while you were delirious. Answer.
Truth.
Oscar was an automaton and Hans Vorarlberg was the person who made him. We became friends, and I went with them on a long journey through Europe. There you have it.
To be honest, what I'm interested in, Miss Walker, is that during your travels you were in contact with the Yukol people. The nomads who brought you here to Velzembor. In your opinion, what should we fear from such a primitive tribe of savages who understand neither law nor border? Refusing civilization and settlement.
They should be left
Answer
alone.
me, please!
Oh my god, impatient much.
I think, Doctor, that the Yukols live in harmony with nature, time, and space. They have no real reason to change the way they live.
Now that is an example of typical American idealism. Maybe you should go back to New York right away. I'm sure your brilliant ideas will be justly appreciated there.
Yeah, just let me go. And I'll be on my way.
I see. In a way, your silence is quite answer enough, Miss Walker. So you intend to continue your journey through our country. A hazardous undertaking with neither goal nor destination. Pity for a brilliant New York attorney who seemed to have a gleaming future.
That's not for you to decide, Doctor. For the rest, I think I've demonstrated throughout this interview that I present no psychological after effects from my injuries. I would therefore like you to authorize my release now.
Of course, of course. Do calm down, Miss Walker.
I'm sorry, but I'm not used to being interrogated like this.
Some years ago, I would have interrogated you in a very different manner, Miss Walker. I grant that I may still feel some nostalgia for the good old traditional methods.
You're a creep. I was right about the
You're one of the
zombies.
very last representatives of a world that is fast disappearing, Miss Walker. A disordered world that no one will miss. This key is much like you, unstructured and uncontrollable. If you're able to find a way to use it to leave this floor, then you shall have proved that you are permanently cured.
That's it.
I would like to get my things back before I leave.
You will find them there.